All right, what's up, everybody? I am coming right off of watching, episode 19 of season 4 of Attack on Titan, which was called Two Brothers. What an episode that was! Literally just recorded a huge review for it, and I suggest you go and watch that. For a change, I know that the intros actually get watched more, but whatever. I might have wanted to save some of those thoughts for here, but I laid it all out there, man, and I just loved this episode so much that we just watched. It was just phenomenal. From the visual storytelling that they did, the way that they displayed time standing still there and panning through the battle scene. Uh, it was so well done. But then at the same time, of course, kind of the revelations, where Zeke is now basically making clear, like, okay, he was prepared for the deception that Eren was trying to pull on him. And now somehow acquired the founding Titan's powers and like is planning at least on carrying through his euthanization plan while locking up Eren back in this weird space here with the founder, Amir, of course, that girl who I'd figured it was supposed to represent Amir. Then at the same time, a bunch of stuff, of course, happened back in Zaganshina where everybody got, the military police and Falco got turned into Titans. Falco ended up eating, and I hope I get this right. He tried eating Reiner, then ended up eating Porco, who was trying to protect Reiner, which means that Falco is now going to be the Jaw Titan. Colt, his brother, died in the blast of him becoming a Titan. Eren, of course, again, got killed, got his head blown off, ended up in the space right now locked up, and Zeke is just carrying through his plan, and this is basically where we are. What a phenomenal episode once again that was. I absolutely can't wait to just continue straight away here with the next one, which is called Memories of the Future. You gotta love it. You gotta love how they play these games with us. But that being said, we should just probably head in, right? So the next 8 episodes will, of course, be already up over on Patreon. What that actually means, and I can't believe I'm saying it because we're on episode 20 right now, but what that will actually mean is that we will be done with the show for now over there. Episode 28 is up. So if you want to go and check that out right away, you actually can, and you can basically watch me finish the entirety of what's to come. So go check that out. It's linked on top of the description, of course, along with full-length reactions and my OVA reactions. But then for now, we're going to dive into episode 20 of season 4 of Attack on Titan. Here we go. A baby? Is this like Eren?
いかにも幸せそうじゃないか。仲間や以前の家族を地獄に突き生きながらえて。
Okay, we're going right back to this.
一体何がしたい？いかにして息子を洗脳し、お前に民族主義を植え付けたのか。わかるまで。なんだ。
He's really trying to go out of his way to just like convince Eren why he's wrong. He'll do anything it takes. Are we gonna be walking through his entire lifespan or something, or what's happening?
次だ。医者の肩書きを利用して権力者にすり寄り出したぞ。当然しくじれば妻も息子もただじゃ済まない。その危険を冒し続ける。
He was risking their lives just to get information.
妻子をクソダメに捨てるようなクソ野郎だからだ。生まれるべきじゃなかった。洗脳が解けたよ。
I don't quite think so.
時間は無限にある。焦らなくていい。
Yeah, and I think Zeke realizes that too. It's gonna take more. Man, just that quick shot of Hannah's there. Kenny? Did he get the info from Kenny? Oh, this is the place.
まさかこんなに早く突き止めていたなんて。ここはなんだ？グリシャが始祖を奪ったのは壁が破壊された日のはず。まだ何年も先だ。
Oh, so he already knew a long time ago. Was he too like scared or unprepared to go in, or? Well, yeah. Worried for Aaron?
二人目の息子は愛されていたらしい。復権派の使命を
Okay, so that might have even surprised Zeke.
実際お前は父親の都合通りに動いている。本来のお前ではなくなった。それはいずれわかる。ごめんな。ごめんな。ジーク。
Oh shit.
ジーク。ジーク。
Can you see him?
そこにいるのか。
Huh.
バカか。ジークがあんなヒゲ面になるわけないだろ。ただの夢だ。次だ。ジーク。
Oh man, this is so great. Like Zeke seems very self-righteous slash convinced about how he is right, and now Aaron is kind of able to turn it back on him, it seems like. By the way guys, let me say one more time, but if you aren't already subscribed to the channel, make sure you do that of course, because with Part 3 coming up next year, you'll want to make sure that you're going to be here for it. Otherwise, there's a big chance you're not going to be seeing my reactions to it, so I would really appreciate it.
お前はもう9歳になるな。グリシャはお前を愛し、自由に育てた。何年も親父の記憶をさまよう前にな。だとしたら、なぜお前は俺を裏切った？巨人を継承させられ、父親の望み通り戦い続けている。エレン、なぜ争いを終わらせることを拒む？俺は生まれた時から俺のままだ。
Wow.
他人から自由を奪われるくらいなら俺はそいつから自由を奪う。俺は生まれた時からこうだった。
Back to when he rescued Mikasa.
あんたが望んだ哀れな弟はどこにもいない。ただここにいるのは父親の望んだエルディア復権を否定し続けることでしか自分自身を肯定できない男だとしたら、男は父親に感謝している。この父親の行いが息子を目覚めさせ、エルディアの危機から世界を救うのだから、安楽死計画はいつでも遂行できる。だが俺はお前を決して見捨てない。クサバーさんが俺にそうしてくれたように、人類は滅んでな。
This is when he wrote the books that are in his basement. Yeah, the secret drawer. I remember this. This is literally the episode 1 scene, isn't it? When he brings up that he wants to join the Survey Corps. Right, actually it was Mikasa who said that. And then that triggered something in him.
外の世界がどうなっているのか何も知らずに一生壁の中で過ごすなんて嫌だ。そうか。船の時間だ。そろそろ行くよ。ちょっとあなた、エレンを説得して。
He didn't even bother with that, yeah.
誰かに言われて抑えられるものではないよ。ずっと秘密にしていた地下室を見せてやろう。
This is so great, revisiting these kind of teasers. Man. I wonder why it was then on this, like, day or whatever that he decided now to go and take the... Yeah, exactly. Take the Founding Titan.
壁の王よ、今すぐ壁に攻めてきた巨人を殺してください。妻や子供たちが、壁の民が食われてしまう前に。
Judgment Day.
巨大な力に対し人はあまりにも弱い。
あのお姉ちゃんとは気が合いそうだが、この一家はここでグリシャによって皆殺しにされる。お前はかつてこの記憶を見たと言ったな。あれも嘘だったの？
私の家は破壊された壁のすぐそばにあり、ただ訳も分からず巨人に食われることが贖罪だというのか。
我々がただ何も知らずに世界の怒りを受け入れれば、死ぬのは我々エルディア人だけで済む。
Ah, so like to protect the Eldians outside.
私を説得し
Just kind of viewing them as one.
9つの巨人にはそれぞれの特性がある。かねてより進撃の巨人の継承者は何者にも従うことがなかった。
I guess that's kind of that thing as the Freedom Titan.
すべては王の独善に抗うため。
Oh shit.
進撃の巨人は未来の継承者の記憶をも覗き見ることができる。つまり未来を知ることが可能なのだ。
Really? The Attack Titan can see like visions of the future or something?
私はここで始祖を食らい、王家の血をここで絶やす。そういう未来だと。
Well, I guess he didn't know about Historia then, right? What? Wait. Are you telling me he didn't... He never actually got it? Perhaps? And that what Aaron saw was just like a vision of the... No. It's probably still gonna happen, I guess. For a second I was thinking that like all of it had been a lie and like Aaron just saw what he wanted him to see or something. Oh wow. Wow. Holy shit, man. So future Aaron kind of convinced him to go ahead with it. I mean, I really did think for a while that like Aaron might have never actually had the Founding Titan, but that would have been impossible because he did control those other Titans back in the Season 2 finale. Oh man, that messed him up. Oh yeah. Wow, like Aaron... Yeah, Aaron made him do it. Now I understand why he was acting so wild. Aaron always gets what he wants. Oh my god, he's just preparing him. Wow, now we can see him again. This is batshit crazy, man. It's making me feel so many things. Even Zeke's world is turned upside down. No way. Wow, and we turned that around as well. Man, this is crazy. Okay. Guys, let's go to the review. I love how this episode, to me, it was actually just a huge reveal. And like, not necessarily that it comes out of nowhere or that it's not something you couldn't have already basically figured out or you know, could have guessed the answer to. But what this episode revealed to me is like, okay, who is the main guy that's gonna be like responsible for everything in the end? right? Because like all this time there had been so many of these questions about like, well, what was Grisha doing, right? And it's just like Zeke was always blaming Grisha for everything, basically. You know, Zeke said to Eren, "You're a victim of your father." To Zeke, in his wrong, apparently, view, it was Grisha that like basically laid this whole thing out and, you know, brainwashed Eren. But what this episode then makes clear, and to me, like I myself was sort of getting brainwashed in the last episode to start thinking that like, well, maybe it was Grisha that was responsible, but at the same time, it was going to be Zeke that was actually going to try and sort of, I don't know. I mean, that was going to try and really like bring an end to it all or something, if that makes sense. But even that wasn't correct, you know, and that Zeke, you know, was actually smarter than Eren perhaps, and that, you know, he managed to lock him up there in that space. But now it becomes clear, no, it really is, Eren really is the key to everything, no pun intended. With the basement key, of course, that we got referred back to. But this episode just kind of walked us through a huge timeline of everything, of course, that we've gone through with this show. And I gotta say, you know, again, like this is what I love about the fact that I did not end up binging this show, but that I simply watched 2 episodes a week, and I've done so basically since September last year. It's been a massive journey for me, but I've really been able to sort of like process everything and think it through and remember a lot of these things that happened too. Because, you know, like, I think that really does help actually add so much more depth to this whole thing or something. I mean, there is a lot of depth in this, right? But I feel like, again, if you're just binging through or watching at too fast of a pace, then that will go lost on you. Whereas for me, it's still hard to put it into words, don't get me wrong, but it's clearly there. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, again, I had these questions, right? Like, why did Grisha only decide to basically go and retake the Founding Titan, you know, back in episode, you know, like when Reiner and Berthold were actually about to attack. Actually, I feel like that question I still did not get answered. Like, how did he know that attack was about to be incoming? Is actually what a question about. But like an extra detail that got added on top of that is now that we know that actually Grisha already knew the location of the Founding Titan, and that, you know, that secret hideout for a long time. He just couldn't get himself actually to do what he felt like he needed to do. And what was it that actually drove him to then finally do it? It was basically, I think if I'm interpreting that correctly, a vision of Eren in the future telling him to go and do it or something, right? Like he's just, he's being steered by his future, which his son represents, and that is Eren. And Eren is just like telling him to do all these things. It's not even Grisha necessarily doing it himself. So crazy, because yeah, again, like that's the big detail that we got revealed to us in this episode, right? Is that the attack Titan, the Titan that's all about freedom and that resists against, you know, was also mentioned here, against the royal bloodline at least. Well, I don't know if that's actually true with the history of it all. We've not really dived into that history of like, okay, what did attack Titans used to do way back in the past? But Grisha kind of like figured that was what it was. But yeah, they can apparently see visions of the future, and Grisha literally talks about here like, I've seen already what Eren is going to do, and I could never have imagined it to be this horrifying, or whatever words he exactly used. And he's telling it to Zeke here up front, making Zeke realize that like all this time his father wasn't as bad as he figured that he was. It's Eren that he really should be concerned about, right? Fantastic once again. And I mean, it makes me all the more, of course, interested in like, okay, where is that all gonna lead, and what is that gonna mean for you know, what Eren actually has planned here, right? Me personally, I think it's just destruction, which is very much, of course, what the intro of this episode already teases to us. And the you know, the rumbling in itself, right? Like if that's going to be activated, then rumbling will only cause one thing, and that is destruction. The question is, of course, who is going to be destroyed? But again, I feel like it's basically everybody but the Eldians, and that's really what the what the intention for him is in this whole situation. But yeah, another absolutely fantastic episode. I'm gonna be watching one more. It's been a lot, but I feel like I can't stop right now and I just want to watch more. And I like, that's the thing also. I talked about how patrons kind of prepared me for something, but I think I saw one comment that said like, oh, there's going to be like a holy trinity of episodes now. So I guess I really should just watch the third one as well, back to back, and leave it there. So I can't wait for that. Guys, for now, of course, should you already want to watch the next 8 episodes, which aren't just the next 8 episodes, but literally the last 8 episodes of part 2, they will be up over on Patreon for you to check out right away. Link on top of the description, of course, along with full-length reactions and OVAs. You can go finish the show right now if you want with me. But yeah, then for now, I want to, of course, hear your thoughts in the comments, so please do leave them there. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, of course, and hit the notification bell, because with part 3, still coming up, you won't want to miss my reactions to those. Yeah, and then for now, I look forward to seeing you back in the next episode. Thanks for watching, everybody.